Hey, what up YouTube? This is Mr. North 14 and today I'm doing a review on the GoWise air fryer. Now this is the 10.5 quart model here, so this is pretty much the biggest one they got, and it pretty much comes with the rotisserie thing here. It's a two-part device here. Not only is it a rotisserie with a basket, it also turns into a rotisserie so that you can put chicken and things on here, stuff like that, tightened up with these little clips. And you can go ahead and put a turkey or a pork chop on there, some type of roast, and use that. And it also comes with a rack here. It's selling on Amazon for about $99 right now. Basically, when I got this model, there's a few things you need to be aware of. The first is that when you open this model, it has this locking hinge here, and you have to be careful because you can't shed it. Okay, so you have to take the hinge, put it down like that, and voila. That's how you close. And you gotta be very careful because that will be the first thing someone breaks on this model. Is that. So if you open her up here, you'll see the heating element, the extra basket here. Open that up, that's where the rotisserie goes through there, and it pretty much turns. Gonna look here at some of the settings. Here you have a fry mode. When you hit the fry mode or the roast mode, it's automatically going to start the roll mechanism on here, and it's already going to start like at 450 if you don't put a time in, and it's going to do 450 for 25 minutes. And you can increase the time while it's on or lower the time while it's cooking to get to your right time, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. It also has a stir fry mode. It has a turbo mode if you really want to cook things quickly. It's got a delay timer. You can use that for up to an hour. Okay, this is the roll. This is the defrost mechanism. You can go out and buy the bake pan, or you can get your own pan about that fit in here, and you can bake cake. And again, here's the roast time over here, and then you got the time settings over here and the temperature settings over here. Now it's also a sticker on here to help remind you of when you open this lid to use that lever arm to close it. Like I said, you're pretty much probably going to break this thing just because of that. Now I don't even know if it's going to cause the unit to mess up or anything, but I'm telling you that is something they probably should have never added on there, is that locking arm, because you're going to forget, and one day you just go shut it down and you're going to break it. I mean, every time I had to remind myself mentally, because of it was hard to pull down, that I needed to hit the lever. Now, I cooked some chicken wings in here, and I used the basket. Chicken wings came out great, but it took about 46 minutes at 450 degrees. But the chicken wings were tender, they were done properly, they were moist, and they were really good. I also tried to cook some fries and chicken tenders using this rack, and it didn't come out that well. So if you're going to fry anything, cook anything, put it in the circular basket, because the circular basket is going to cook it evenly. And anything you put on here, like if you put chicken tenders or chicken or something like that, it's not really going to come out that evenly cooked, and you're going to have to flip it and things like that. So like I said, if you can avoid using this to cook things, you know, avoid using it. They also have another thing you can buy. It's like a little steak rack that uses the rotisserie thing that you could put steaks in and things like that. I say if you want to cook fish and chicken and stuff like that, go out and buy that steak cooking rack, because that rotisserie really cooks things evenly. And that's the only issue I could say with any air fryer, is that you want everything to cook evenly, and it's really hard to cook things evenly when they're not rotating. Like I did my review on the Active Fry. Now that's very accurate with cooking all the sides because it has the little paddle inside of it to flip the food. Now, it's a good thing about that and the bad thing about that in the Active Fry, the T-File Active Fry, is that it knocks all your seasoning and things off. So you really can't fry anything with flour, you know, in the T-File Active Fry. Whereas here, you can fry things with flour, put them here in the rack here, and it'll, you know, shake off and move a little bit, but it'll cook it evenly and do a better job than the Active Fry will with the paddle. So, like I said, when you're using this cooking rack and stuff like that, and say you put chicken nuggets or something on here, it doesn't really cook everything evenly. So, if I was to have to give this a rating out of 3 stars, I would give it a 1. And the reason I would give it a 1 is because I basically got this yesterday. I used it and cooked the chicken. Chicken turned out perfectly. Okay? But now the issue is, we'll turn it on here, and it'll start in just a few minutes. Now you can see it cooked in, it's on. Now, as you can see, if I turn off the light here, and it's dark in here, what's supposed to happen is the heating element that's with the fan is supposed to cut on. Now the heating element is not cutting on because it burnt out within the second use. I mean, I had it, just got it out of the box, washed everything, got everything working, cooked the chicken, and then decided I wanted some popcorn. Put the popcorn in this rotator here, got it for about 10 to 15 minutes, and at the end of 10 to 15 minutes, I still had seeds and no popcorn. And as I remember when I used it the first time with the chicken, that I could see through here because the heat light would come on, the heating element would come on. You know, because all this is like a convection oven. You know, it's using that heat and that air and circulating it. But because that light wasn't coming on, then I realized, okay, what's going on with this is that the heating element burnt out, because I saw a quick little flash. It said zip, like that. And well, it didn't say that. You just saw a quick little flash. I'm giving you sound effects there. And it just, you know how when something blows out, like a light blows out, or a fuse or something, you know. And so basically it burnt out within the second use. So basically I went online, started reading the reviews, and that was like the #1 thing people were saying. But some people, it waited till like their warranty was over, you know, which was awful. So I'm like, you know, the chances of me getting another one and it burning out like that, since all these people are having this issue, is 100% chance. So I'm pretty much sending this back to Amazon. And like I said, the issues that I have with it is the lever arm, because you'll break it, because you'll forget that you have to press that lever arm to put it down. It doesn't cook evenly when you're using this or, you know, anything else. It's not cooking evenly. But if you use this rotator here, then it's going to cook a lot more evenly, your food. It's going to be a lot crisper, a lot better. But Besides those two issues and the fact that the light blew out on the first day, so basically I enjoyed it for the first 45 minutes. And then when I tried to make some popcorn for a snack, it didn't even work. So like I said, I have to give it 1 star. This is not something that I can say that I would purchase again or even tell my friends to purchase again. This is the GoWise air fryer, and it was about $99. And I looked at comparable products. Excuse me. I looked at comparable products, and this is huge for the size and the price. That's why I got it. It was just 10.5 cubic liters, cubic. And it was just huge, you couldn't beat the size and the quantity that it could hold. And it was $99. When I looked at 3.4 liters or 3 liters, they were talking about almost $129, $199, $200 and something dollars. And now I see why. It's because this is manufactured, but some of the parts in this thing are not really high-tech parts. So the heating element is like really cheap on these things. And so what I did is I looked at other models like this, just similar but with different names, and they all had the same issue. If it wasn't the fan in here going out, it was the heating element. So that tells me they're all making these that are made in this body style, all getting made at the same place, and they're all having the same, using the same cheap parts if it's under $100, so stay away from these right now. If you really like it, do the Philips air fryer, things like that. I might purchase that, or I might just stay with my ActiFry for my T-file. The only reason that I got this unit is that the paddle on my ActiFry T-file broke. It just got too hot, and the grease in there, and I guess a chicken wing wouldn't let it move, and so it just snapped. And that part basically, so instead of just paying the $14 to fix the device I love, my T-file ActiFry, I went out and paid $99 for this, and as you can see, I'm not happy. Even though I paid more money, the bottom line is I'm going back and paying $14.30 and wait a whole month just to get a paddle from the UK to get my T-file ActiFry working. So I hope you like this review. Like I said, I'm giving this about a 1 star out of 3. And like I said, the reason is because within the first hour, it stopped working. Basically, the heating element blew out. And that was the #1 thing on the reviews that the majority of the people had go wrong with this. So this is Nor. I'm out. Sorry I couldn't give you a better review on this. But, we got to speak the truth. Nor out. Peace.